Morning. Is that Gopati? There on the roof?
Was the mic scratching?
Was it Mike? No.
Scratching on it.
Okay. No enmity. We have to understand the Dham in this way. We have to make our heart the Dham. As I said, we're trying to build a temple in our heart. That's the real task. Everything else is, we could do it one way or another way. We try to do it right, and there was a story of how, I think Sridhar Maharaj told, of one disciple was sent to the other with a message to another guru, and he sent him back a message, and it's a very important message. Take it to my godbrother. He's a guru in another math. Take it over there. He's running over there, and the other goes, whoa, writes a message. Send it back to your Gurudev. And the other Gurudev, send it back. He's thinking, well, this Ram's carrying this important message, and it's I wonder what. And then he just couldn't resist. He opened the message. Look at this guy. We're just having this guy running back and forth. So they are trying to just give him a service attitude. You get him to develop a service attitude. You understand? To change the heart. One of the principal means of expressing love for God and seeking that communion with the ineffable, who is beyond sound, beyond word, beyond mind, ikshater na shabdat, Shankar says, that's what he says. Nothing. So I went to see Prabhupada, and I went to tell him that there's no meaning to the Vrindavan. I'm not going to the Vrindavan festival. Because he had told me, every year you come and spend 1 month with me in Mayapur and Vrindavan. So I came to tell him, you're not going to Vrindavan. Or I came to tell him, I'm not going to Vrindavan. And, of course, my reason was obvious. But I came, and as I went, Brahmananda was guarding the door to the, we went through Prabhupada's room, and then there was a door to the back veranda on his floor. And Brahmananda put his foot up like this on the door, between the door, and he says, where do you think you're going? I said, I'm going to see my spiritual master. I'll tell you something else. You know why I took sannyas? I took sannyas because I wouldn't have to deal with that kind of stuff anymore. I'm serious. Because if you were sannyasi, you could just go on in, for the most part. And that's what I thought. I had enough of this, Prabhupada give me sannyas, I don't have to deal with these guys. It was a major factor, I should say. So, anyway, there's Brahman. He's a big guy too, So he just put his foot up anyway. He said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to see my spiritual master." He said, "You're just going to go touch his feet and give your karma to him, and he's sick because you've got so much karma." I said, "You don't understand the philosophy. He took my karma. It's gone a long time ago. Yeah, you got to read the books, Brahman." And I just jumped over his leg, and I just went. Yeah. There are these professional reciters of the Bhagavatam that Prabhupada used to critique, and they're extraordinary people that can remember they have to memorize the whole Bhagavatam. It's incredible. I mean, commit the whole Ramayana to memory in Sanskrit. It's incredible. But I've seen it, some of these Bhagavad Saptas, 7 days narration of the Bhagavatam in Vrindavan. And they bring in the professional reciter, and he's an extraordinary person by many in many respects. But it's an event, and they have Ferris wheels. There's and other cotton candy and stuff like that. And it's just a night of entertainment, and nobody's heart changes. Right? How can you go and hear the Bhagavatam and then go hop on the Ferris wheel, right? And not think, I just got back and went back into samsara. Just going round and round and getting sick as we go over the edge. I'm going up, it's great. I'm going down. The deity is a symbolic representation of Krishna. But it's not that when the efficacy of the symbol has been reached, there's no form anymore. No. Then the deity starts talking to you. He doesn't talk to you now because then it would be very problematic for you. Then you couldn't do all the things you wanted to do. He said, you want me to talk? Okay, I want this, I want that, I want this, and this. I'm the center, and so forth. Oh, you can be quiet now. Close the door. You need to take a little rest, I think. You see, this is Archan Marg. Archan Marg. The Bhajan Marg, that's another thing. Yeah. People nowadays like to go out with a checklist of, has the guru got this? Has he got this? Has he got that? With this kind of checklist, you never find a guru. You always find checks. Well, he's not quite like this. He's not quite like that. She's not quite like this. She's she. That's a problem. What's that on the list? It's not on the list. Imposter. They think like this. Learn. Be able to teach. So off he went to Sandipani Munis to learn. So you see, Gauratananda ki jai. Seems like we're a little late, but I'm going to keep going, if that's okay. We didn't even get started with the story yet, practically. We didn't. We're kind of there. I mean, anyway, off he went to Sandipani Muni's ashram.